Lucid Group, a luxury electric car maker, has encountered many speed bumps since its rise to fame during the COVID-era SPAC bubble. Over the past year, Lucid stock slid 68% in part due to dwindling investor confidence in the company's ability to compete with its more established competitors. However, recent events may finally drive this startup forward. Earlier this week, Lucid published a press release announcing a partnership that took investors by surprise. The British manufacturer of the iconic James Bond sports car, Aston Martin, is joining the EV revolution with Lucid. Aston Martin will gain access to Lucid's electric powertrain, battery, and charging technology. In exchange, Lucid will be paid in cash and Aston Martin stock worth at least $450 million over an unspecified amount of time. Lucid's recent joyride of fortunate events doesn't stop there. It was just announced that majority shareholder, the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia, known as the Public Investment Fund, or simply PIF, has increased its Lucid holdings. PIF acquired roughly $1.8 billion worth of Lucid stock at an average price of $6.83 per share, which exceeded current market price. The latest purchase forms part of the $3 billion stock offering Lucid had already announced on May 31st. It raised the remaining $1.2 billion through an offering of 173 million shares of its common stock. It should be noted that this $3 billion offering was made possible by diluting their own stock. Another point I want to add is that Lucid is not yet a profitable company. Additionally, the recent struggles of Lordstown Motors and Nikola should serve as a yellow flag to investors of EV startups. They also had promising partnerships with major players in the auto industry, and yet bankruptcy looms to seal their fate in the EV race. Despite Lucid's good news, the stock is still very risky and remains in a bearish decline on the daily chart. It's difficult to predict if the stock has truly bottomed out. I don't currently own any stock in Lucid, but my price targets would be around potential resistance at $6.90. If it did hold $6.90, I'd be watching to see what happens if it hits this currently unfilled gap at $7.50. But comment below if you see more potential in Lucid. I'd love to read your opinions on the stock. If you enjoy this type of content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and remember to trade gingerly.